If you're running an e-commerce brand, this video can make you a shit ton of money. I'm about to show you something that your in-house marketing team probably doesn't know exists. So most brands aren't making as much as they could because they look like the following. And you're going to notice a common theme here. First off, on their website, they don't have an email pop-up like this one, which adds friction to the buying process because we're closing off channels that we can sell through here. Second, the first email that you get after subbing to their email list has a confirmation button, or even worse, brings you to a new tab and tries to confirm you with more information or something, which adds a ton of friction to the buying process. I don't want to go to another tab and click through things, enter my postal code, enter my address. I just want to put my email and maybe my first name. Number three is their emails just suck. Whether that be design or frequency, it's just not great, which reduces your credibility, sparking doubt in the customer's mind, which, you guessed it, adds to friction. Adds friction to the buying process. And number four is that they either only use plain text emails, which are ugly, so they need to be really well written, and they're usually not, or they only spam designed emails, which don't inbox well, so those are sent to spam or the promotions tab. You're basically choosing between low conversion or low deliverability. It's not great. And yes, all of this adds friction to the buying process. What we want to do is remove friction by handling objections. Product and brand education is key here. So if your product is good, then handling objections will not only lead to more sales, but will lead to a customer being less likely to be a problem with returns, complaints, bad reviews, etc. Objections will be handled on your website, but the most underrated way to do it is through email. You'll see in a sec how the welcome flow can accomplish a lot of the initial objections, but I want to show you a quick graphic that will help illustrate why handling objections is so important. So everyone starts over here as a non-buyer, but our goal is to get them to be a buyer. We do this by killing objections that may come up along the path of going from a non-buyer to a buyer. So they may have a objection on the price. So we offer discounts in the first email. So that objection's gone. They move a little bit further on. Next up, they may want social proof. So we have an email that goes through reviews of our product showing other people love it. So that one's gone. And then next one. Maybe you send them FAQs, you send them just information about your customer service, whatever. Eventually, they become a buyer because they have zero reason not to buy from you. The reason a lot of brands absolutely suck at this stuff isn't because they don't want to make more money. It's because they don't know any better. This is the reason this video exists, to show you how to absolutely print money with your email list and brag to your boss and get promoted to director of marketing. Or if you are the boss, you can promote yourself and buy yourself a new car. I don't know. All right, here we go. So first one, welcome flow. 5 to 6 emails to introduce your brand, your initial discount if you have one, and warm up the lead. This is the most important flow to have. If you're not doing this, you're burning money. Simple as that. It is absolutely pivotal because it handles basically all the objections I just went through. You're taking the prospect on a journey, and at the end, they love you and they want to buy your stuff. You could add like 10% to your revenue by simply having an effective welcome flow. All right, next up, we're going to go quick here. Abandoned cart flows are used to notify people when they have something in their cart, but they leave your site. The goal is to win back that sale. You want to remind them, offer them a discount maybe, remind them again, add urgency. You could say, oh no, my margins will suffer if I do this, or if you offer discounts. If you're still profitable, you're making money that would have been down the toilet otherwise. And you've just altered that person's psychology because now they will be much more likely to purchase from you again in the future because the easiest people to sell to are people who have already bought from you. That's just a law in human psychology and marketing. The next one is site abandonment. Browse abandonment as well is just in the same tree. You can target browse abandonment a bit better. You're basically luring these people back into the site by dangling your best sellers or what they were browsing in front of their face. So if someone was looking at a pair of boots, you could say, see something you like, and then it's a picture of the boots, and then, basically just reminding them what they were looking at, because there obviously was some interest there. All right, next. Post-purchase is thanking and then upselling. Remember, the easiest people to sell to are people who have already bought from you. You can also ask for reviews to use to convince other people to buy your stuff and to handle those social proof objections that I mentioned earlier. All right, here's a few that you might not have thought of. If you have a consumable product, you should be sending replenishment reminders. If your product is good, they'll just buy it again because they ran out. They just genuinely need to be reminded. Customer winback is trying to get a sale out of someone who bought from you a few months ago. So they've still previously bought from you. So they're still easier to sell to than someone who doesn't really know who you are. But putting up these pot shots, like sending an email 3 months after they bought something from you, if they convert, you're profiting, and there's genuinely just nothing to lose there. Backfill is kind of a one-time thing. It's not really a automated flow that you'll have all the time. So what it is a duplicate of the welcome sequence modified to say something like our new look or something. So this is when you first implement a new email strategy, you're going to use this to make a ton of money up front. So what you're doing is basically taking your entire email list that you've already had before, sending your quote new welcome sequence that's just modified. So it's not really a welcome. It's kind of a thanks for your continuing support or something like that. And you're just sending them the same stuff as the welcome sequence. So you're sending them brand education, discounts, letter from the founder, whatever. And these convert so well, and they're so easy to do because all it is one sequence you send out to people you already have their email. Great way to make a bunch of money up front when you're implementing a new email campaign. Anyways, that's a quick rundown on how you can print a ton of money by building out email flows. Throw in some weekly campaigns and you're going to absolutely crush it. If you want to fast track the implementation of these systems, you can book a call with me via the link in the description. We design and write your emails, build flows, manage everything for you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. All you got to do is hand over the keys and you'll be happily increasing the number on your tax filings. Cheers. See you in the next one.